We've got a big problem on our hands. It seems like every single modern pickup truck now has a $100,000 price tag. We're going to talk about everything in today's video. Now, I am going to be using Ram to illustrate this issue, but this is 100% industry-wide. Like, Ford and General Motors are just as guilty. So to set things up, let's take a look at this brand new Ram Longhorn. And this Ram has the 5.7 liter Hemi. You can also get a new turbo inline 6. And here's the first problem. These trucks are very expensive and they don't really have engines that are particularly exciting. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a great engine. This 5.7 liter Hemi's been around for a long time, but when you've got a big price tag with a vehicle, you usually expect to get something a little bit more special, maybe a 6.4 Hemi Ram, right? But when you look at Ram, when you look at Ford, when you look at General Motors, they all have huge price tags on the trucks, and the engines are the same in the top of the line trucks as what they are in the baseline trucks. Well, for the most part, Ram has like a high output Hurricane, for example, with the Limited and with the Tungsten and the RHO. But I mean, that's just a tune on an engine for the most part, rather than like something different. But I rest my case. Now, the next thing is going to be not exterior styling, but exterior features on these pickup trucks. This Ram has these fancy LED lights that have this little animation when you lock and unlock the truck. I'm sure that increases the cost. We also have a lot of features like 360 camera. There's a camera up front, there's a sensor down below, and we'll talk about sensors a little bit more later. But yeah, parking sensors too. A pickup truck 30 years ago would have had headlights, maybe fog lights, probably recovery points. It wouldn't have anything fancier than that. And then wheels. Now, you still can technically get some trucks with some basic steel wheels, but most of them will have alloy wheels, and they go for these big fancy wheels, right? Trucks used to have small wheels and, you know, decent sidewall on the tires. Now, every single truck seems to have massive wheels. And while we're in the wheelhouse area, suspension. Now, this Ram has air suspension. That's a great luxury feature, and it's, again, not forced on you by any means. But again, this is another thing increasing the cost of trucks, is they're doing very fancy suspension systems. Air suspension, shocks that adjust. Like, look at the Raptor, look at the RHO. Again, this is all really cool equipment, but it is going to raise the price tag. And while we're here on the side, painted trim. This is another thing with these modern pickup trucks is, again, it's a nice thing to have, but when you have everything painted, that is going to raise the price. And talk about gimmicks. I love the Ram boxes, but at the same time, like, this is one of the most gimmicky truck gimmicks ever. Like, instead of having a normal bed, we're going to put these little storage compartments on either side, so then you get, yes, basically half a bed. Okay, I was over exaggerating, but it does make the bed quite a bit narrower from that perspective. Now, here's the next thing. Yeah, power tailgates. You used to have to like use your bicep to lower the tailgate and then, you know, kind of use your shoulder a little bit and bicep to raise it up. But now, like, I can just click this button. So yeah, of course pickup trucks can be $100,000 when you've got Mr. Roboto lifting and raising your tailgate for you. And the crazy part is we haven't even made it to the interior, but if you just look at the exterior of these modern pickup trucks, they have so much more stuff than pickup trucks used to have, and you can still get baseline trucks technically. Like, let's take a look at this Jeep Gladiator here, for example. You've got more baseline lights. You can see the wheels. I mean, they're actually pretty nice looking, and this is actually body painted. This thing might not be as baseline as I originally thought. Oh, no, this is kind of more of a baseline. It is a, well, Sport S, which is kind of like upgraded on top of the base model. But anyways, these automakers do still technically offer more basic stuff like this that I guess isn't as basic as it used to be. But because of modern manufacturing and the fact that a lot of these vehicles will still have a lot of the options put into them that the loaded up ones have, they're just not, you know, fully wired in or whatever. Yeah, almost $50,000 for a mid-sized pickup truck that's more baseline. But anyways, let's talk about the interior stuff of these pickup trucks. First off, these interiors are incredible. I love them, but at the same time, it costs a lot of money to make a truck interior that fancy. You also have these crazy fancy sound systems. Like, trucks have so many speakers. It used to just be, you know, like, lucky if you have a sound system, and now it's like super high quality stuff. Running boards, these are these are powered, guys. So I mean, it'll take a second for them to come on, any year now. Yeah, again, it's nice, but also like costs over $1,000. Trucks used to have just basic cloth seats, maybe vinyl, and now we've got this fancy leather with all of this. This is why I picked this Longhorn. I mean, look at the seat backs. This is cool stuff, don't get me wrong, but I mean, everything you see that's cool is gonna add to the cost. These seats recline. It's not just a basic cab with a basic seat. No, reclining seats. And you even have these buckets, like that's custom, right? That's gonna cost money. These seats are heated and cooled in the back. This is why I picked Ram, because nobody else really does this. You got an outlet in the back too. Like there's so many things. The window here, it's not just like a manual tab to open and close. No, it's a button that you press. And remember what I say about speakers? And look at this. It seems like every single pickup truck now has a panoramic sunroof. And you don't even have to take the key out to get into the truck anymore. You've got keyless entry, so you just put your hand on and open. These mirrors have blind spot monitoring. They power fold in. If you get the trailer mirrors, they'll have a power extend function where they can go in and out with a button. And then again, like I said earlier with the interior, these windows are even automatic. And the unfortunate thing is a lot of these trucks don't have as much capability as they used to. This truck, 913 pounds of payload capacity because of all the stuff that's been added to it. It's kind of crazy. The seats, instead of being manual, they're power adjustable. You even got lumbar. And again, lumbar support. I love having that for long road trips, but it is going to add to the cost. The pedals are power adjustable. That's going to add to the cost. You've got fancy automatic headlights with this. Somehow this $90,000 pickup truck has a manual steering wheel adjustment though. I remember how we were talking about sensors. Yeah, this is where we're going to go back to that. This thing is a driver monitor. So a lot of people thought that they wanted their vehicles to drive for them on the highway. But there's something you have to concede, and that's privacy. If you want your vehicle to be able to steer for you, all that kind of stuff hands-free, you got to have something that's looking at you. And so you've got this that's constantly scanning your eyes, and you know, a lot of these cars will give you alerts and everything. But again, fancy tech costs money. Drive modes. Pickup truck used to just be simple. It was in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, or 4-wheel drive low. But now you've got all these fancy drive modes, off-road mode, auto mode, snow mode, all that kind of stuff. I do like having a manual, you know, well, it's an automatic transmission, but a gear limiter function. But yeah, again, that steering assist. You've got radio controls in the back of the steering wheel, which is actually a nice feature. But again, I don't know how much that adds to the cost, right? Now, it used to be having physical was cheaper, but now digital is cheaper somehow. So anyways, we just live in a world where this is the cheaper option, but also it's not cheap at the same time to have to spend all the money to build out a digital cluster, the software, and also the animations for everything. And when it breaks, ooh, painful. And with modern pickup trucks, you don't have to look over your shoulder anymore. Not only does this have like a 360 camera system, it even has a bed camera as well. Like, it's crazy. And I don't think this one has the, yeah, this one doesn't have the turn signal camera, but that is something else. You turn in a turn signal and a camera will pop up on the screen. But I mean, if we look at the rest, I mean, this thing is enormous. It's like half of the center of the interior, and it has everything in it. You've got your controls for the heated ventilated seats. Again, heated ventilated seats. Your air suspension, your parking sensors, trailer brake controls. They aren't so basic anymore. I mean, it's half in a screen. And although I'm a huge off-road enthusiast, I will say that off-road tech in vehicles does increase the cost. This has an axle lock. It's got a fancy off-road cruise control system. You got to think like someone had to go through and develop that system, and then you got to implement it into the truck. This has 2 phone charging pads, and this sliding thing, actually really cool. Not going to complain about that at all. But yeah, I mean, some of this stuff, again, look at how fancy this trim is. It used to just be like the most basic scratchy cloth forest. If you had a center console back in the day, like that was luxurious, but now it's like typical to have a center console and have super fancy leather. And I think this is absolutely the craziest part about modern pickup trucks. This used to be a glove box, but now it is a screen for the passenger. We are literally giving up true utility in a pickup truck just to have more digital. And by the way, digital rear view mirror. And again, all these power functions for the rear view mirror, for the tailgate, for this big fancy sunroof up top. Like the amount of power stuff, and I even forgot to mention, this thing's got massaging seats too. The amount of power stuff in this truck is absurd. Like, if you work at Ram, I would like to know how many miles of wiring one of these trucks requires for all of the electronics that this thing has. And the most ironic part to me with all of this, or with part of this, is the fact that we only get this little bit of wood trim in the steering wheel now. It's like they spend too much money on this, and that, so like they only had enough money for this little bit of wood. But anyways, this brings up the price of trucks, and this brings me to the next thing, is not just the price, but how many options there are nowadays. So this already starts at over $76,000, and you still have a ton of itemized options on this. Now, it's nice to be able to customize something, but at the same time, it seems like these truck makers nickel and dime you for everything. So it's like, oh, the basic truck starts at 40 grand, and then you add the options and it's like 80 grand. This one, almost 90. And like I said from the onset of the video, this isn't a Ram specific issue. Ford and General Motors are on the same boat. And by the way, General Motors is probably about to get worse than Ram. From what I've been hearing with the new Silverado and Sierra, they're gonna have so much screen that, like, that's basically gonna be the entire interior. So here's my concluding thoughts. Instead of these truck makers offering a quote-unquote baseline truck that still has a lot of the loaded up stuff, like for example, if you get a baseline Ram, let me tell you some of the stuff that you still get with the truck that's loaded up one has. You still get the thicker glass. You'll still have like nice trim here on the side of the door panel. You'll still have a big screen with it. Oftentimes you still have a digital gauge cluster. A lot of them will even have a center console. Some of them will have a bench seat. But like, you just take all of that in, and again, like the engine and everything's the same. Yeah, it's not so basic. So as I was saying, these truck makers need to offer what I would call a legacy truck. So it's a truck that they build with the intention of never souping it up to modern standards. So like, more basic, old school, reliable powertrain, pretty bare bones, affordable price tag, and they can still build fancy stuff like this, but alongside the more old school basic design. And again, just call it the legacy branch of the automaker. And I think this would actually do quite well, because there's a lot of people, myself included, that just like basic stuff that works. I don't care about all the gimmicks, and again, I want to be able to save some money. And it's not like it would be dirt cheap. It's still expensive to build a vehicle in today's world. But if I could get a super durable, reliable pickup truck for like $30,000 to $40,000 brand new that I know is going to last for hundreds of thousands of miles, it's like, yeah, I think the math kind of makes sense at that point. And I do think that it is economically feasible for truck makers, because you look at these new trucks and like, after discounts on some of the base model trucks, they're right in that price range. And again, they're not so basic because of all the stuff they've had added to it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, but that is what I think the truck industry needs, is legacy trucks. That is a huge untapped market. A lot of us don't want the screens, we don't want the tech, we don't want the lack of reliability. We just want a back to basics. Today's giveaway highlight is a supercharged Silverado and Corvette Z06. If you're interested, use code BHC and this will give you 4x bonus entries into the giveaway.